Hello fellow drone pilots, I'm here today to talk to you about the iPad mini for drone piloting use. This here is a Mini 2, this here is a Mini 4. This is a Wi-Fi only iPad mini. This is an iPad mini with cellular internet. That means you can get a plan for this and have mobile internet straight from the device. Whereas this one here, the Wi-Fi only, we can only have Wi-Fi. If you want internet on an iPad mini without Wi-Fi, you can tether it to a mobile hotspot. This can be done by turning on the mobile hotspot on your cell phone or by buying a specific device that functions specifically as a mobile hotspot. You would connect from your iPad mini to that hotspot or the iPad mini to your mobile phone, and then the mini would use the internet from that device. This here is an iPad mini with mobile. So this is the cellular version of the iPad mini, and you can have your own data plan straight from this mini. Now, let's say you're in the market and you're shopping for an iPad mini, but you're not sure how to identify which is which, and if the model you're looking at on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or any other place that you're trying to buy one of these, you're not sure if what you're looking at is the cellular version or the Wi-Fi version. I'm going to show you very quickly and easily how to determine the difference. This here is a Wi-Fi only iPad. You can see the top of this iPad is solid. The case is one full sheet of whatever color and material this iPad is made of. The cellular version of the iPad mini has a mobile antenna on top. You can tell by this strip of black. Compare it again to the Wi-Fi only. This has a full edge-to-edge case. This case ends at the top where this plastic strip appears. So if you spot this plastic strip, you've got a cellular version of the iPad. There's another way you can tell. On the side of the device will be a port for the SIM card. On the iPad mini Wi-Fi, that slot does not exist. But the mobile version of the iPad has that slot. So that's a telltale sign that this is the cellular version of the iPad. The black plastic top, the SIM card slot. Another way you can do it is by looking at the settings. The Wi-Fi version of the iPad in the settings will not mention cellular. If you go into the settings of the mobile cellular version of the iPad, there will be a mobile data section in those settings. I'm going to show that to you right now. So now if you're curious, how do you actually get a data plan on this cellular iPad mini? You can contact your cellular provider and they will gladly sell you a SIM card and a data plan for your iPad. However, some of the big boys in the market might try to offer you plans that cost a little too much. So what you should do is Google and look into some other companies. For example, I have this brand new Tello card. This is a SIM card that comes for free, and attached to it is my Tello data only account. You can choose 1 gigabyte a month, 2 gigabyte a month, 4 gigabyte a month, or you can even choose to have minutes for a cell phone. This is data only because that's all I need for this iPad. Now, I am not an affiliate of any mobile provider or data plan provider, so you choose what works for you. But I only need a small amount of data, so there's no use for me to pay a lot for my cell phone provider to sell me a $40 a month data plan. What you're gonna do is you're gonna order your data plan through the company you choose, and they're gonna send you a SIM card. The SIM card's gonna look like this. It's a little punch-out card, and you're gonna punch that card out to be the size that you need it to be. So here is the full-size SIM card. You'll notice there are lines in the back. So you're gonna break this SIM card out, just like that, until you get it down to the size you need for the iPad mini. For the iPad mini, we're going all the way down to the smallest size. So I'm going to punch this out one more time, very gently. You'll see that the edge punched out and left me with this tiny SIM card. Getting the SIM card out is easy. There are special tools for this, but I use a push pin. You put the push pin into the hole and then gently push, and you'll see the tray pops out. Then grab the tray and remove it. That's your SIM card tray. You're going to grab the tiny microscopic little SIM card, stick it into the tray, stick the SIM card into the iPad mini till it's flush, and there you go. You now have an iPad mini with a data plan that you can use for flying your drone. Now, you might ask, what's the difference? Why bother having the Wi-Fi or the cellular iPad mini? What's the difference? When you're in the field and you have your iPad attached to your controller, you may need to use several apps to monitor your flight. You may need to check the weather. You may need to check the airspace. You may need to check the wind. You may need to apply for authorization. So you're going to use Drone Buddy, AirMap, Kitty Hawk. And these apps require internet connection. If you have mobile data on your iPad right here on your controller, you can monitor and check all these things straight from the controller. If you have the Wi-Fi only iPad, you'll have to have a secondary device, either tethering internet to this device or to do it on that specific device. So rather than having to break out a phone to check your authorization, the wind, the weather, the airspace, rather than having to worry about another battery, another tethered internet connection, you only have to worry about this one device. It's far less distracting. It's one less device to carry around, and it's one less thing to worry about when you're out in the field. Also, don't forget, when you're out in the field flying your drone and you have an internet connected device, you could share a picture or video clip directly from your controller. You can fly, sync something to your iPad, boop, 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 and shoot it off to a friend or a client or social media without having to sync it to a separate device and share from that, walk around like this all day. So to me, having a cellular data plan on the iPad mini is far superior than a Wi-Fi only. It offers a lot of options while you're flying, while you're out in the field, and it removes a lot of stress and a lot of potential failures by having to depend on additional devices for internet connection. That's how you identify a cellular iPad from a Wi-Fi iPad. That's how you put the SIM card and get internet on your iPad. And remember to fly with a 4 or better, not an iPad 2. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you use and what your experience has been in the comments, and I will see you there. You're on Greg Adventure. My name's Greg, and this is today's adventure.